Good Tuesday morning. Happy October and the last quarter of 2019. To God be the glory. We made it. Let me ask you this. Some of us are on our way to work and we want to, hustle and do this and that. But what's your primary motivation? I thought so. To glorify God and have worship with your hands and everything that is the product of your efforts. Got that? What else? Vacations? Okay, all right. Well, this chapter in 1 Kings, is it 5 or 6? We'll go over it. 5. And it's actually 2 Kings 5. Talks about Naaman. And we're familiar with that story, how he had leprosy and he was offended when Elisha told him to wash 7 times in the Jordan River, and he was like, oh no you didn't. Why couldn't you choose rivers in Damascus, some other finer bodies? And anyway, his servants, Naaman's servants, was like, Father, it's a good idea because, and they were so humble about it. In verse 13, my father, if the prophet had bid thee do some great thing, how much rather than when he said to thee, wash and be clean? In other words, go down there, humble yourself. And that's what we need to do. And I'm asking, are we trying to be bougie, or are we trying to work for the Lord? And it doesn't matter so much about the dollars and the money. It's really about the product and the satisfaction. I hope that is the case, because I've thought about how riches, just wanting more. We know that you're never satisfied, and that's from the chapter in Proverbs, I believe it's 30, where it says that the heart is never satisfied, the grave is never full, right? These are things, elements that cannot be quenched. And in 1 Timothy 6:6, it talks about contentment, but godliness with contentment is of great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and there will be no moving trucks behind that hearse, right? Or if the Lord returns, we won't be able to take a backpack. No, everything will remain, and someone else will have it if we go before the Lord returns. So the love of money is the root of all evil. I think about in verse 9 of 1 Timothy, but they that will be rich, who want money, more, fall into a temptation and a snare, and to many foolish and hurtful lusts. I think about Nicole Murphy. She knew good and well that that guy, Antoine Fuqua, was married. I'm talking about Hollywood stuff. But I admire Layla Rashawn. It seemed like she was not moved. Now, whatever agreement she has with her husband, that's fine. But there were words around saying that Nicole Murphy was looking for, another guy to supply her lifestyle because all her kids are practically grown and she won't get this huge child support check from Eddie Murphy. Point is, be content, girl. God will unlock his riches to you if you submit your heart and your life to him. Whew. So in 2 Kings 5, it talks about after Elisha told Naaman to wash his skin, he was healed. Hallelujah. It says that his skin became like a baby. But Gehazi, Elisha's servant, was like, might as well get some riches from it. And in verse 26 of chapter 5, Elisha confronted him. He's like, why are you trying to get clothes and silver and vineyards and men servants? And you can't do that. That's not your motivation. It's not gifts. It's ministry. It's service. And what happened as a result of Gehazi getting those gifts from Naaman? He got the leprosy. And it said that it stayed within his family line permanently. So his sons will get leprosy, and his sons' sons, and on and on. Is it worth it? No. Contentment. That's the enemy trying to fool us, saying, oh, I need more. No, you don't. It says we are to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. That's in Romans 12:2. Philippians 4:19, my God shall supply all of our needs according to his riches and glory. And in Proverbs 10:22, the blessings of the Lord maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. We don't have to finesse anybody. I know as some of us, might think we don't have enough. But remember the widow and what Elisha said to that widow. Get some jars, get some olive oil. The Lord will supply the oil. The Lord will supply the containers. And it would be like, how am I able to have more and have ends meet? Because 2 Corinthians 12:9, God's grace is sufficient. So don't rely on man's and the hustling out here. Be renewed, transformed, and trust the Lord. And you will see, he will give us all the riches. And Psalms 1, because today is October 1st, right? When we are planted like a tree by the rivers of water, we will bring forth fruit. And whatsoever we do it will prosper, because we meditate and we're connected to the true source of life and riches. Okay. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday in the Lord, and trust him with all your heart and know that he's going to supply everything. Enjoy.